Chat. Okay. So hey guys, let me make sure all your chats are visible and your comments are visible here. Changing all messages are visible. Well, good morning. It's Sunday. I don't know what the day is. January 23rd, 24th. I don't know. It's embarrassing. And it's a beautiful morning out here. It's probably in the 40s or so here in southern Alabama. Switching up my location a little bit. I'm down in the backyard, overlooking the woods behind me. Normally I'm back up on the balcony as I do these, but this might be our new location to do these coffee talk. I like the lighting a little bit better, and it's warmer right now, and the table where I normally sit up there is covered with ice, so it's kind of melting off now. But anyways, I'm out here at what we call the rickety table. This is where I do a lot of the knife reviews and things. You can see it's earned its name very well. So you guys are here watching, and feel free to chime in with any comments or questions you have about our channel, any questions you have about the content I've put out so far. My name is Gabe, and I am with obviously the channel Our Simple Story. We're a family-based channel that does a lot of different outdoor adventures and gear review and vlog posts and that sort of thing. So hopefully we keep you guys educated and entertained on some cool things, cool aspects of our life and different places that we've been. But I'm just realizing I may have left my show notes in the house. I usually try to keep the general flow of things and how they're going to go, but maybe if one of the boys pops their head out the door, I'll see if they can bring me the show notes. I wrote them out, and gosh darn it, I guess I left them. But, well, I'm entitling this one, yeah, I don't have them on me. I'm entitling this Coffee Talk, Coffee Talk 15, which is, it's amazing. We've done this 15 times now, and, you know, get anywhere between 100 to 200 views on each of these, and that seems to be growing a little bit, so I think I'll continue to put them out. It takes a little bit of time, but entitling this one is The Dog Still Alive? And I'm going to answer that question towards the end of this Coffee Talk. And yeah, there seems to be like a problem where I have left people hanging. If you watched Noah and I's 9-day adventure to the ocean, we ended, I think it was like day 8 or something like that. I talk about how Stacy is going to come pick us up, and we're really excited about looking forward to seeing her. And then I say something about how the dog, our family dog, our 14.5 golden retriever, that is a saint of a dog, is under the weather, and she's kind of taking a turn for the worse. And basically Stacy is having to make a decision on her own whether or not she's going to have her put down. And I leave everybody hanging on that, and that's really messed up. I didn't mean to do that. It wasn't intentional, but anyways, 2 or 3 people have come to me or commented and said, hey, is the dog still alive? You know, whatever happened with the dog? And I'm sorry about that. I'll answer that question here shortly, and I will you know, satisfy your curiosity on that topic. But I'm flying blind here without my written out show notes, but let's see. Let's go to announcements, I guess, pertaining to our channel. The first one is I just released a video where I tested the cheapest tent on Amazon. That's right, I spent 2 nights in the cheapest tent on Amazon, and just kind of did a full review. Is it worth it? I think it was 20 bucks it cost me. And the interesting thing about this tent is that I didn't mean to have to rely on this tent for shelter on this trip that I just most recently took. But it just so happened that this was the only tent in my in-laws garage that fit my needs for this trip, and I took it. I thought, you know what, maybe I'll go ahead and kill 2 birds with 1 stone and film a video reviewing this $20 Amazon tent and give you maybe some entertaining content as well. So I just did that, and that was a lot of fun. I still have the tent, and I'll probably be using it in future videos as well. And it is, you know, a $20 tent. That video just got released, but tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time or 8 o'clock Eastern Time, I am going to be premiering my day 1 of my 3-day adventure from my in-laws' backyard to the ocean. Some of you may know I just spent some time down in Southwest Florida, and you know, south of Tampa, and decided while I was down there I was going to go ahead and just put some kayaks in a creek and try to make it out to the ocean, kind of like I did from my backyard right here. Noah and I did a trip from right down here to the ocean. It took us 9 days. This one only took us 3 days, and we covered 35 miles, I think it ended up being. But day one of that adventure comes out tonight at 7 or 8 o'clock, 7 p.m. Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. I'm on Central time here, that's why I keep saying that. But I see people coming in. If you guys just let me know where you're watching from, what state you're watching from, what country you're watching from. I'd like to know that and interact with you guys. And if you have any questions, feel free to put those in the comments while I take a sip here. So that's part one of the announcements. We got some cool videos coming out. Part two, day two of this backyard to the ocean trip will come out next Sunday, a week from today. So I'm editing that down currently and working on some of the stuff with that. Yeah, that's now. Oh, third announcement, next part of the announcement. So many people ask me about my hat, and I've had several people comment about my hat, like, when are you going to get a new hat? And hey, we're concerned about your hat. You know, just, you know, people coming from a place of genuine concern and interest in my hat. I bought this hat. It's not really that old. It's a Carhartt hat. It's not that old. It's just, Carhartt, I don't know if they market themselves as being like these really durable products and great products that are great for people who, you know, beat their clothing to death basically with doing different things. And I've had this hat for maybe a couple years, I don't know, and it's just disintegrated, and it's really sad. But anyways, I'm not super attached to this hat. It's just I spent a considerable amount of money for this hat, and it's falling apart, and so I'm like, I gotta get my use out of it. But that got me thinking, what if we as a channel get hats? So Noah and I, we were searching online, and we were looking at different designs and stuff. Good morning from Florida. Hey, Patty and Joe, welcome, welcome. Thank you for tuning in this morning, and thank you for letting me know where you're watching from. Noah and I were looking at different designs for hats online, and we're looking at something like, you know, design that kind of fits our vibe as a channel, you know, and then something that's very practical as well. And so we found this company called Safari Sun, and we reached out to them, and we sent them some logo options. And they are like, yeah, we can make a hat with these logo options. So it's really exciting. You guys are the first to see that we, for the first time in our channel's history, have merchandise, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. But we made these hats, and we made 3 prototype hats. You see there's 2 here. And the third one is on Noah's head right now. Good morning from Atlanta. Hey, Willis Wake. Thank you for tuning in from Atlanta, and thank you for tuning into the channel. But these hats, you can see, I'm going to try to zoom in here as best I can. I don't know if you can see the logo there. It just says Our Simple Story right there at the top. And this is leather sewn onto this cap. And then it has some mountain peaks there, and it says Join the Adventure. So I hope that focus is okay. Let's see if I can. All right. But yeah, really nice, clean looking hats. And I'm really impressed with the job that they did. And you can see it's a Richardson 112. It's like an original trucker hat, but fits really nicely on your head. Here, I'll try it on for you guys. But anyways, this is an idea that was birthed out of your questions about my hat. And what we're thinking about doing, we're definitely going to put one of these hats in our 25,000 subscriber giveaway package. We're approaching 24,000 subscribers, which is just phenomenal. Hey Shay, good to see you again. Welcome. And we're doing a 25,000 subscriber giveaway here soon. We're 1,000 subscribers shy of that, which is just crazy and phenomenal. And we're gonna make a package, a gift package for someone, and we're gonna give that away to someone. What I'm thinking about doing is basically a trivia, Our Simple Story history and video trivia. So if you watch our videos religiously and you have seen a lot of them, you probably will have a pretty good shot at this. I'm gonna make about 10 questions, and I'm gonna put them in a video, and then the first person to email me or respond somehow with most of those answered correctly, with the highest score basically, they'll win the package, and it's completely free. I'll ship it to them for free. Hey, how's it going, Blackman family? But these hats will be in that package. So you'll get your very own, you'll be the very first person to ever own an Our Simple Story hat. You can see the trucker hat here. But these are new, and I think they look really nice. I think they turned out really nice. But what do you guys think? Is this something that you would want to order in the future to represent our channel and kind of be like a channel, what would you call it? Evangelist? No, like a representative, I guess. Is this something that you would invest some money in? And if so, how much? We're thinking about, I did reach out to the company, and they said that they can make these in bulk for us with this logo on it, and different colors even that would be available. And you guys can order them. You can order them through me, and then I can ship them to you or whatever. But they would be anywhere, depending on how much interest we have and how many we order, you know, the cost kind of goes down from there. But we're looking at be anywhere between like $20 to $30, depending on how many people would order one. But if you're interested in a hat like this, if this is something you're like, yeah, I would love that hat, I'd like to order that and represent your channel and you know, help spread awareness of your channel and what you guys do, just put it down in the comments below and let me know. And then I kind of give me a gauge as to who all is interested and how many I could potentially order and what the cost will be. So more on that later. But yeah, this is exciting. Very first piece of Our Simple Story merchandise. And I think we're going to kick it off with putting a free one in the mail to whoever answers the trivia questions correctly in our 25,000 subscriber giveaway. So in the meantime, please consider sharing our videos, our content, comment on them, like them. It helps YouTube promote them, and you know, we really appreciate all the support and viewership we've had thus far. The fact that when I get online and I post a video of a different thing, there's a potential for 24, give or take, 1,000 people to watch it is just mind-blowing, and it's phenomenal, and I'm very deeply honored. So, but yeah, that's it for announcements for now. Again, for those who just tuned in, be sure to catch tonight at 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, the premiere of day 1 of 3 days where I go from my backyard to the ocean, my in-laws' backyard to the ocean. It's a really cool trip, and it involves all 3 of my sons a little bit more. The first day, at least, you'll see a lot of them and some funny moments and stuff. So definitely check that out. Also, in this trip is kind of cool trip because I camped on some islands and kind of what are the coastal islands that are kind of like, they have a lot of palm trees and mangroves and that sort of thing. A lot of different, just different. If you watched all 9 days of our backyard to the ocean trip, this is totally different. The vibe is different, the water is different, the vegetation is different. How I even film the videos is different, how much I talk or do different things. Give you an example. I was camping on this island on night 1, which you're going to see tonight, and I happened to see, when I was flying the drone over this island and filming it, I happened to see this little, looked like a little hut or like a little cabin somewhere across the river on a different island. So I was like, I guess I'll fly the drone over to it and see what it looks like from above. And really cool footage. Like I hovered down really close to this little shack that looked pretty abandoned, but just trash everywhere around it, and it looked like someone had been living out of it for a while. And I just kind of like circle around it and film it, and then I fly the drone back to my island. But stuff like that you're gonna see in this video. It's really neat. Just kind of a different vibe, like I said. And then I'll be watching as well tonight at 7 o'clock. So if you have any questions, you can chat with me through the YouTube thing and ask me questions about the trip. But announcements, like, I guess there is another part looking in the future here. As it begins to warm up, I have 2 main videos in mind that I'm going to be doing. As obviously we're going to be cranking out videos like once a week, but 2 main ones I'm really looking forward to doing is I'm going to film a video where I go to 5 different springs in one day. And I think I could pull it off. So from sunup to sundown, I have that amount of time. Basically, this is probably going to be something in March when it gets a little bit warmer. And I'm going to probably release this video on the first day of spring. You get it? Because I'm going to 5 springs. So I'm going to go to 5 springs here in this area around my home and show you guys that it can be done, first of all, and then highlight some of the beauty of these natural springs and take you down, maybe dive into some of these springs and take you down under the water a little bit, and then jump in the car and go to another spring and do it again, and jump in the car and go to another one, and just kind of have a fun time along the way, and maybe take the boys with me and have some fun commentary and some trips and get some boiled peanuts and that sort of thing. So that'll be coming out. The other thing I'm really looking forward to doing, and it's consuming my imagination and my mental capacities right now, is this idea of doing like a Huckleberry Finn trip down the river. And I'm tentatively looking at the Apalachicola River. For some reason, that's just in my mind. I don't know why the Apalachicola. It's either going to be that or like the Suwannee River. But basically building a Huckleberry Finn style raft on 55-gallon drums with like an 8x16 platform, and then sort of like kind of like a lean-to structure on top of that, where we'll mount like solar panels. We'll have a tent maybe set up on that platform. We'll have a little fire ring, and basically I want to get on this raft with the family, maybe the entire family. I don't know if they're willing to do this yet, but I basically want to float down either, like I said, the Apalachicola River or the Suwannee River, and make it to the ocean. Now it might take like a week to do this, but basically I'm just gonna have like some oars and a big push pole, and we're gonna camp on the raft and fish and, you know, swim off the raft. It's gonna be an amazing time, and I'm gonna film every day of that as well. I'm really looking forward to that, and I think that's gonna be a really neat video that we'll bring to you guys. So that's it for announcements. Let's move on to, and don't forget guys, tell me where you're watching from, and if you have any questions, I will stop what I'm doing and I'll answer that question right now. Please feel free to interrupt me. But let's move on to mean comment, nice comment question, okay? I like to read mean comments on my channel because it keeps me humble, and it also breaks down that like screen-to-screen barrier so that you know I'm reading your mean comments, and I am a human being reading them. I read every single comment on my channel, 100% of them. And I get a lot of comments. I just printed out, for example, like a screenshot of comments from like a couple days ago. I probably get 12 to 15 comments easily in a day, sometimes much more than that, just depends. But you can see which comment people are, which video people are commenting. It's the Calling It Quits on Tiny House Living video that is right here. We have over 2 million views on that video, and I thought this comment was really interesting. This is the mean comment. This person says, where did it go? Oh, here it is. Brenda Cook. Brenda Cook, 3 days ago, says to this video, too much talking, but not macking sessy. So I'll show it to you guys here. I printed it out right here. Brenda says, too much talking, but not, and she says she misspelled making and then sense, S-E-S-E. So, it's a very ironic comment, right? That, good morning from Vero Beach. Your raft camping trip sounds wonderful. Thank you, Jude. I appreciate it. And welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you so much for your feedback. So Brenda here is posting a very ironic comment that I'm talking too much in this video that I made as I'm giving a tour of the tiny house we were living in. She's saying I'm not making sense. So Brenda, I'm sorry I wasn't making sense. That is a very real possibility. I do that sometimes. And I hope that you will forgive me for talking too much in our video. I value you as a human being, and I validate your comment. It was a bit on the rude side of a comment, but still, you're probably a very delightful person. If we were to ever meet in person and have lunch or something like that, you're probably a really nice person. And I didn't take your comment personal. But I hope that eventually you find a video about tiny houses that does make sense and has less talking. All right, time for a nice comment. Got a lot of nice comments. People say, beautiful home, thank you for taking us on this adventure. Looks like you and Noah had a great memorable trip. These are memories that he'll never forget. So things like that, I get a ton of nice comments, overwhelmingly, like amazingly nice comments, and thank you everyone for the encouragement and support. Oh, look, Stacy's bringing me my show notes. How did you know I forgot those? Were you watching inside? Oh. All right, she brought me my show notes. I think I've covered everything that okay. Oh, I'm forgetting the whole title of this video is The Dog Still Alive? See, I had it written. Is the dog still alive? So are you guys ready for the answer to that? And let me preface this again real quick. The last day of our 9-day trip, Noah and I, you know, we traveled from my backyard here to the ocean and took 9 days to get there. The last day of that, Stacy was coming to pick us up. And we were really looking forward to seeing her, and we were packing up our camp and everything, and she calls me and she's like, hey, the dog is taking a turn for the worse. And our dog is a 14-and-a-half-year-old golden retriever. It's just like a saint of a dog, and she had taken a turn for the worse in her health. I guess she was laying in the yard and had, you know, extreme diarrhea and had vomited, and she wasn't moving. She was just laying in the grass. And so Stacy, it was a Sunday. I remember that it was a Sunday, and Stacy was like, you know, I don't know what to do. There's no vets open or anything like that. Even if I did want to have her put down, I can't do that because nobody's open to do that. So I'm standing out there at the end of this river, about to get to the ocean, and waiting for her to come pick me up. And she's having, you know, this crisis with our dog, or like basically our firstborn child of a dog, you know, that's been with us for all of our marriage. And you know, our dog India, I got up in Oklahoma. I surprised. I guess I can tell the story here. I was stationed at Fort Sill, Oklahoma, for training for field artillery in the Army. And Stacy, who we were married for about 2 months at the time, she was flying in to Lawton, Oklahoma, near Fort Sill. And I was going to the airport to pick her up and meet her. I hadn't seen her in a couple of weeks, and I was excited to see her. Well, her flight gets delayed at the airport, and I decide, you know, let me grab a newspaper and look at the newspaper. And I'm looking at the newspaper, and there in the newspaper it says that there are golden retriever puppies for sale. And I think it was like $200 or $250, but it was over in the little town of Indiahoma, Oklahoma. And so I'm like, you know, I look on the road atlas that I have. We don't have smartphones back then, and or at least I didn't. And it's about a 30 to 45 minute drive. So I drive out to Indiahoma. I walk to this yard, and there's this whole slew of golden retriever puppies, you know, just the cutest thing you could ever imagine. And so I'm sitting there petting a number of them, and they're maybe 2 months old and just cute little dogs. And one of them comes up behind me and bites my keychain that's hanging from my belt loop. So I turn around and I pick up this little puppy, and she's just so friendly and sweet, and, you know, kind of licking my hand and stuff. And I'm like, I think she's the one, you know. And so I take her home. I put her in the back of the car, and I drive straight back to the airport because Stacy's flight is coming in to the airport. So Stacy comes out of the airport, and she goes to put her luggage in the back of the car, and I open the back hatch of the 4Runner, and there, out from under some stuff that was back there, comes this little golden retriever puppy head, and is just looking at Stacy. And Stacy's like, "Oh my!" And I'm like, "Yep, that's your new puppy." And she was definitely surprised by that, but it was a lot of fun. So here we are 15 years later, and you know, I'm on this 9-day trip, and she suddenly has these, you know, severe health issues that Stacy's wondering, you know, like, am I gonna have to put her down? All right, so we come to the point where, is the dog still alive? And basically Stacy decides, you know, it's the weekend, I can't get a hold of any vets. We can't put her down. I'm just gonna go get Noah and Gabe off the river, spend the day with them, and hope that the dog just kind of turns around. Well, the dog turns around, she turns a corner, she gets back healthy again, and yes, she is very much still alive today. Now, she's not perfect health. She has a liver cancer, and it's terminal. She's going downhill, but she's comfortable. She's able to get around and go on short walks with us in the woods, and you know, she's still wagging her tail, and she's still a happy dog when people walk in the door. So if you ever met our dog, you know that she is just the sweetest thing ever, and is a saint of a dog. If only we had a world full of people like my dog, we would be in good shape. But she's still alive, she's still kicking, and I'm thankful for that. So sorry I left you hanging in that video, and I hope that answers your question. Well, guys, I think this is going to wrap up Coffee Talk 15. I am freezing cold. My ears are getting numb now. And yeah, don't forget to let me know if you're interested in one of these hats. Let me know if you'd be interested in buying one. You're not committing to buy one. This is just kind of a feeler to see who all would buy one, so we can know what kind of price point we're looking for on these. And then don't forget, share our channel, share our videos. We're trying to hit that 25,000 subscriber mark so we can give some stuff away for you guys. And really appreciate it. Thank you all for tuning in to Coffee Talk 15. I'll see you tonight, 7 p.m. Central, 8 o'clock Eastern, for the premiere of day 1 of 3 of my in-laws' backyard to the ocean. You don't want to miss it. Hey, Joyce, welcome. See you guys. Keep it real.